Attorney General Eva Vanasundara says that former Army Commander Sarath Fonseca has been granted a conditional release. Speaking to News First, the Attorney General noted that Sarath Fonseca cannot contest at an election for 7 years.
However, the AG said that Fonseca has a right to vote at elections. Attorney General Eva Vanasundara went on to say that Sarath Fonseca has only received a remission of his prison sentence. Speaking further, she said that there is one more case pending against Sarath Fonseca, which is on the charge of harboring army deserters.
The United States Embassy in Colombo says that the U.S. welcomes the release of former Army Commander Sarath Fonseca, who was a political prisoner. This sentiment was expressed by a high-ranking diplomat attached to the U.S. Embassy in Colombo. He further said that the United States government has been closely monitoring the situation since the arrest of Sarath Fonseca 2.5 years ago.
Time now for the cartoon of the day, which we selected from amongst today's English newspapers.
President Mahinda Rajapaksa says that it is his wish to hand over a country to the future generation where they can live in peace, unity and pride. The president, who is currently on a visit to Qatar, expressed this view when he met with a group of Sri Lankans employed there yesterday.
The meeting between President Mahinda Rajapaksa and the group of Sri Lankans took place last evening. The president had said that the time has come for everyone to individually think about their contribution to develop the country. According to a communique issued by the President's media unit, the President had also said that the Emir of Qatar and his associates had praised the Sri Lankans employed in Qatar.
Everyone, including the Prime Minister, even during their visit to Sri Lanka, commented that the Sri Lankans employed in Qatar work with commitment and in a disciplined manner. That is why he has a special interest towards Sri Lanka. Therefore, we would like to pay our gratitude to you. I believe there is no secret to you that our country is developing rapidly.
Later, the President spoke with the Sri Lankans who were present at the occasion. The President and his delegation also inspected the Qatar Deer and Pearl Qatar institutions, which play a vital role in the field of construction in Qatar.
Former Sri Lanka cricket captain Arjuna Ranatunga expressed his views on MTV-MBC, the champion network broadcasting the 2012 London Olympics.
Olympic ක්‍රීඩා උළෙල කියන්නේ අවුරුදු 4කට පාරක් පැවැත්වෙන ක්‍රීඩා මංගල්‍ය කිව්වා නම් නිවැරදි.
It is correct if I describe the Olympics, which is held every 4 years, as a sports festival. It's a dream come true for a sportsman to get an opportunity to take part in this competition. We should extend our best wishes to our athletes taking part in the Olympic Games. I am very happy that Sirasa will broadcast the Olympics live. I would say that Sirasa from the beginning has always stood up to protect sports in the country. I trust that Sirasa will be able to broadcast the Olympics to the 20 million people in the country.
ඉදිරියේදී ක්‍රියා කරනවා කියන එක මට ලොකු විශ්වාසයක් තියෙනවා.
Before you become an Olympic athlete, you have a dream. This year, the world's most elite athletes and the MTV-MBC network will share a dream of champions. The London 2012 Olympics on the Champion Network, MTV and MBC.
Moving on to business news, Minister of Economic Development Basil Rajapaksa says that corn seeds too must be produced in the country in order to claim that the country has become self-sufficient in corn. The minister noted that the government's next target is to produce corn seeds in the country.
The government says that there is a surplus of corn in the country which has made it possible to look at the export markets. A function was organized today to mark Sri Lanka's first export consignment of corn, which consisted of 10,000 metric tons.
We need to go for another target. At present, we import hybrid corn seeds. We will only be able to claim that we are self-sufficient when we produce corn seeds locally. There are officials at the Department of Agriculture, including the Agriculture Minister. We will be able to produce these seeds through our farmers. Several companies and farmers have already come forward in this regard.
At a time when we lose out on foreign exchange as a result of exporting pepper and cinnamon as raw materials and allowing value addition to take place overseas, it is not realistic to attempt to produce everything required by the world in this small country, which is why it makes sense not to improve quantity but quality. We need to add value to what we produce and improve quality.
A recent statement made in Parliament by Minister Rishad Bathiudeen on the Bishop of Mannar has drawn criticism from various quarters. Members of the public and public representatives have responded to the minister's statement.
அந்த மன்னார் பிஷப் ஜனாதிபதிக்கு கடிதம் அனுப்பியிருக்கிறார் இந்த முஸ்லிம்கள் வந்து காட்டை அடாத்தாக பிடிக்கிறார்கள் என்று.
The Bishop of Mannar has addressed a letter to the President stating that Muslims are forcefully settling in jungle areas. These people are residents of Mannar, so how can they not reside there? A copy of the letter addressed to the President was submitted to me. I looked at it, I brought it along as evidence. If Tamil or other people were settled in their lands, or if army camps were established on their lands, instead of being resettled here after being displaced, do we expect them to jump in the sea? We are not asking for a country, we are not asking for land powers. We are asking for 10 or 20 perches and half an acre for the people to live and farm. A group of TNA parliamentarians and a group of religious leaders who should be preaching religion to bridge ethnic divisions are not allowing this. The way I see it, there is no difference between the Bishop of Mannar and the monk in Dambulla.
தம்புளையிலே செய்த சாதுவை போலதான் நான் அவரை பார்க்கின்றேன்.
රිෂාඩ් බඩුඩින් මැතිතුමා ඉතාමත් අනවශ්‍ය ප්‍රකාශයක් කළා තිබෙනවා කියන එක අපිට පේන්න තිබෙනවා. මේ වගේ වෙලා තියෙන්නේ.
Minister Rishad Bathiudeen has made an unnecessary statement. This happens when the things that should be done legally in this country are taken over by certain persons and then pushed through political power. We condemn the statement. The people must not be incited by this. Instead of making statements that incite, the public action must be taken legally while protecting the constitutional requirements. What has happened here is the result of the absence of the independent commissions. I think it is very dangerous to make statements like this at a time when many people don't have even an inch of land, and even those who are being driven out of their homes.
බිම්මංගලක් නැති තැනක යම් තැන්වල රජයකින් නීති අනුකූල තියෙන තැන්වල නැති කරගෙන යන අවස්ථාවක මෙවැනි ප්‍රකාශ කිරීම මම හිතන්නේ ඉතාම භයානකයි.
அமைச்சர் ரிஷாட் பத்ருதீன் அவர்கள்
It is my belief that the minister has made this statement in order to create problems with national unity, especially between the Tamil and Muslim people in the north and east who are trying to live in harmony following the war. He is pandering to the government for political gain. Not only do I condemn this statement, I say that these groups who are creating problems between the ethnic groups based on political needs must be identified.
செய்யக்கூடிய சேவை நிறைவேற்றத்துக்கு முயற்சி பண்ற இந்த அமைச்சர்களை அவர்களை நாங்கள் நிராகரிக்க வேண்டும்.
My feelings are hurt by the statement made by Minister Rishad Bathiudeen against the reputation of the bishop who is raising his voice internationally on behalf of the Sri Lankan people. I ask that a solution to this be provided by taking this to the attention of the President through Parliament. I call on the Minister to resign.
The bishop who is dedicated to the people, regardless of race or religion, has been referred to in Parliament using low words. The Mannar district is a district which has a reputation for Tamil, Muslim and Hindu unity. The statement made by the minister, who is a high official, will affect the goodwill between the Tamil and Muslim people.
It has been forgotten today that it is this bishop who raised the voice for the Muslim brothers who were evicted from the Mannar district and even held discussions with the LTT on their behalf.
Colombo Additional Magistrate Prasanna Dialvis said today that even though 6 months have lapsed since a court order was issued for the arrest of MP Duminda Silva, no action has been taken in this regard as yet. The magistrate noted that the law cannot be enforced if the institutions entrusted with this task to not cooperate.
When the magisterial inquiry was held today, the additional magistrate questioned ASP Shani Abesekar of the CID on the Attorney General's stance on the matter. In response, ASP Abesekar informed court that after the last court hearing, the matter was taken up with the AG on 2 occasions, but no advice was given by the AG on the matter. President's counsel Tirantha Walaliyadda, appearing on behalf of the family of the late Bharatha Lakshman Premachandra, said that if the CID and the AG cannot fulfill their duties, then the only option left is to seek international assistance. President's counsel Hemantha Warnakulasuriya, appearing on behalf of MP Duminda Silva, said that since Hirunika Premachandra is engaged in the ritual of smashing coconuts against the court, she should be held in contempt of court. Responding to this, Tirantha Walaliyadda said that praying to the gods is a normal practice in the country and is not in contempt of court. The Colombo Additional Magistrate ordered the suspects to be further remanded until the 5th of June. Each person has their own faith. It is part of our culture. I don't think that whether I smashed coconuts inside court or outside court, I was contempt of court because I was making an offering to the gods.
If Warnakulasuriya presents a motion in court asking for Hirunika to be held in contempt, then we will seek international assistance. That is one thing. The other is that if the CID continues to do nothing, we will have to seek international assistance. We do not say anything about the court.
Hirunika Premachandra also commented on the letter that she sent to the President yesterday. I addressed the letter to the President. I noted in this letter that as the superior power in the country, he can see to it and justice is done. I did not beg in any way. Those guilty and not us are the ones who should seek forgiveness. So I think he will act expeditiously on the issue.
UMP Deputy Leader Sajid Premadasa questioned in Parliament today the status of private education institutes that operate in the country on the pretext of being affiliated to international universities and also regarding their standards.
With the brain drain that is taking place through the providing of band-aid solutions to professional problems and the resulting shortage of lecturers, how can you guarantee the quality of the private university sector? Honourable Speaker, last year we sent 205 university lecturers abroad to obtain their doctorates. We are doing the same this year. We are also rapidly bringing back those who have remained abroad. Already 11 who went abroad have been enticed to come back. A program where scholarships are being granted to foreign children through the Sri Lankan taxpayers' money is being implemented. Won't the university system be destroyed through this? Having a certain number of international students in our universities is beneficial to uplifting the standards of our universities. The countries that you mentioned allocate 6% of their GDP for education. In our country, it is only 1.8%. Through small amounts like this, how can you initiate a good education program? All these countries charge fees from the university students. In our country, we don't charge 5 cents and we provide education from the primary level through to university.
UNP parliamentarian Ravi Karunanayaka questioned the pattern of sugar consumption in Sri Lanka from July 2010 onwards in Parliament today.
Local production is about 10%. This has clearly reduced because in the time frame from 2002 to 2003, local production was at 27%. Why has this decreased?
In
2002, Sevanagala, Palavatta and Hingurana were privatized. This sugar that was produced was used in production of spirits. This is what happened, nothing else.
So what has the SLFP done about it?
In 98 and 97 it was 63,000 and 61,000. In 2000 it was 64,000. In 2002 it reduced to 37,000.